Hello.
Go ahead. Yes. Hi, sir. Go ahead. It's
Spectrum.
Why I oughta.
Carl, this is what I keep seeing, this looming disaster as we go back into school. This, as we've been saying, Delta variant is hitting children hard, and they can't be vaccinated yet. What do we do?
Well, the first thing we do is we make sure that children 12 and up are vaccinated. So
yes.
If you have friends with children, if you have children yourself, make sure that they're getting vaccinated. We have very high percentages of vaccinated populations here in Northern Virginia, so we're fortunate in that regard. But we also don't have a lot of, our government officials throwing doubt on vaccination. And that's where we really have to worry, is in those states where they've done nothing but undermine our way out of this pandemic. And then we're hearing that by September, Pfizer and perhaps others will be available for children 2 and up. So when that happens,
wait, say again. Say again. When
we're hearing that. Pardon?
Yeah, no, say again. I'm sorry, I missed exactly that.
So we're hearing that in September, Pfizer and perhaps other vaccines will be available for children 2 and up. So
I'm going to ask Dr. Redlener, because I thought I heard midwinter. You're saying by September? That would be fantastic.
That's what Biden said that last night at the town hall. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've heard September.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No,
so
Biden said by fall.
Yeah.
Last night at the town hall.
That would be huge. Yeah.
And so what anybody at home should be doing when they hear that is contacting their school divisions and making sure that their school divisions have a plan for getting as many students vaccinated as humanly possible.
Yep. Mercy Hospital in Springfield, Missouri says they have to open a 3rd COVID ICU. So Mercy Hospital is running out of mercy at this point. I mean, the staff, you can imagine, are so frustrated that this is all preventable. This is almost 100% unvaccinated people.
Well, and that's the difficulty here, is that it's this, horribly depressing Venn diagram of people who aren't vaccinated and a virus that's more aggressive.
Right.
And that's a deadly combination. I've seen the stories of doctors who are being asked for the vaccine as their patients are dying. My heart goes out to those families that, everybody just needs to listen to the science.
How do people not get that basic science? I was just telling this story last week, Carl, about someone that went up to Doug Emhoff, the vice president's husband, when they're trying to get people vaccinated to her, and said, "Oh, no, I'm not putting that stuff in me, not unless not unless my life's on the line." How do they not get it's too late when your life's on the line? Your life is on the line. That's the point of the vaccine. But it is heartbreaking, Carl, but also just a really profound misunderstanding of basic science to people that are begging for the vaccine as they're dying and being intubated.
It's not even a misunderstanding. It's the result of a rejection of science.
Yeah.
It is a rejection of common sense. It is a rejection of the ability to trust somebody who isn't of your own political party.
Well, that's what these families said. They cry. She said they cry. They say, we thought this was political. We wish we could go back in time. That's the problem. Is Donald Trump and Republicans are the ones that have and continue to make this political. We have. What is the sound bites today, Travis? Marjorie Taylor Greene wailing on Dr. Fauci, right? Just, he should be in prison and this and that. just nonsense, rather than trying to get people vaccinated.
It's going to take more than just telling your audience.
Thank you
for misleading
for the role you've played in exacerbating this problem in those communities.
Well, and I hate, your former hat before school board hat as political strategist. Rick Wilson was reacting. Clinton Watts tweeted, "The numbers must be really bad. Something really scared them to pivot this quickly, and it will be their states, red states, that will have to close first as the Delta variant rips through them." Rick Wilson said, "This wasn't out of some sudden wake up on health implications. It smells strongly of new polling." Yeah, Ron DeSantis. These vaccines are saving lives. In his most direct effort to encourage people to get vaccinated, Governor Ron DeSantis says 95% of the new COVID cases are those who are not vaccinated. Our friend John Avarosa said, look who found COVID Jesus. The guy who's selling anti-Fauci merchandise and declaring Florida a free zone because he doesn't think COVID is as bad as people in Washington are claiming. Suddenly, even he's worried something is going on with the GOP. I mean, right? And this, I mean, and it is fast.
You got, hosts on Fox News, Republican governors who have been standing in the way of the Biden administration's efforts, Republican politicians in Congress who have denied basically the existence of COVID at this point. Doing an about face. Something is going on in their polling. And believe me, it's about their polling.
Well, and there was one doctor that said, you shouldn't travel to the UK. Don't travel to Florida. They put out a warning yesterday. Don't travel to Florida. 4 new cases are in Florida. Yeah. Right? The state that for whatever, I have no idea how. He has a good PR person that they were heralding how great he did on COVID. I mean, he's losing, as Travis just said yesterday, lawsuits against, the cruise lines that are saying, we can ask our passengers if they're vaccinated. I mean, this is insanity. It's a lot where this started is on cruise ships. You're going to tell us that we don't have a right to keep our staff and our passengers safe, right? I mean,
at every turn, they're choosing the wrong direction.
Right.
Not encouraging vaccines, not wanting vaccine cards so that people could show, look, you don't have anything to worry about with me. I'm vaccinated.
Right.
Not allowing businesses to require vaccinations. They have made this problem worse. Period. End of story.
Yeah. Well, all right. So, Karl, thank God there's some good, as you say, highly vaccinated where you are. You also said last night Fairfax County Board came out and decisively in support of protections for transgender and other gender expansive students. So, hooray for you.
People may have seen that school board meeting in a neighboring county here that descended into chaos where people were arrested, and that was over trans students and CRT.
Yeah.
And our school board here in Fairfax County, I sponsored a motion to make sure transgender and gender expansive kids were protected. And we did it unanimously. So some silver linings there, that we have to look forward to.
Yeah. Also, we are obviously happy you're safe. We thought of you the minute this shooting outside Nationals Park, and you said it was right behind our left field seats. And somebody tweeted you. Coalition Stop Gun Violence tweeted we should be able to go to a baseball game without fear of being shot. You just said 100%. I mean, Buzz Burbank told a really great and really dark joke the other day on Bob Seska's show. He said, the other day our national pastime got interrupted by a baseball game. I mean. Right. And it's you were talking about the little girl everybody talked about. That's like, this is my 8. This is my second shooting. I'm always prepared something's like this is going to happen. I mean, this is just
matter of factly. And I can tell you, at first we thought it was firecrackers, and then we could tell that something was wrong based on the looks of the Nationals ballpark staff.
Yeah.
And where we're sitting in left field is right behind the overlooks where you can look out to the streets outside the park. And, you see things you don't want to see when you look over. And then there's big crowds of people trying to get out, and then we're told to stay in. And so, calamity kind of builds on itself. And it's never anything that anybody should have to experience. But literally thousands of Americans have experienced the same thing around the country. And our politicians do nothing.
I mean, as we keep saying, I guess it doesn't matter to them about, the Delta variant is ripping through children now. And, it is incredible to me. Anyone could watch that clip of that little girl that is 8 saying this is my second shooting and, and just think, yeah, that's okay. Just let's carry on. Business as usual. I mean, it's, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. They're always, God forbid they see a boob or gay people, children, right? But it's just when something is really serious, like Delta or gun violence, they don't do anything. They don't seem to change any of their calculations.
And if a child is describing a shooting in such matter-of-fact terms and with just such even keel, you can imagine the damage that's been done on the inside that they're able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that has just numbed them to this, and we can't stay numb, Karl. You were doing great work on the school board, and just as a carbon-based life form. Can I just say?
Yeah, just in general.
I appreciate
it. Yeah, just by your existence. Thank you. Love you, Karl.
And we're glad you're safe.
All right.
We really are.
Yeah, we're glad you and Evan are safe. All right, honey. Mwah.